Hey guys, just a reminder before we start the videos to like and subscribe so we can keep providing these great videos for you.
Hi Julie, thank you very much for stopping by. I know that you're very busy here today.
Can't believe you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
2 weeks away from home.
Yeah.
It's kind of
a long time.
long time, yeah. I'm coming back on Tuesday, so it's fine. Tell me more about the beginning. I know I interviewed Steven, and he told me that he was used to mail order from you from Australia.
I saw your interview with Stephen, and it's really weird because I'd forgotten we used to send to him in Australia until I watched your interview with him, which was amazing. But yeah, we did. And then we met him once. He came to the UK. He came to Bishop Stortford because he flew in to Stansted Airport, and he came to Bishop Stortford to meet us all. And we said, why? How have you done that? And he was going about he worked for the mouse or something, and that nobody understands where Europe is in comparison. We're just Europe to them. And so we met him. But yeah, we used to mail order to him. And we used to, it was years and years ago. So we'd do a list of what we had in stock.
Okay, that's 80s, right?
Yeah, 80s, yeah.
Okay.
We started trading very early 90s. We've said we've been in business 32 years, so it was very early 90s. And but we used to type a list, and we used to be able to post it, and then we got a fax machine. So we used to be able to fax it.
Some pictures sometimes.
Yeah. And then he'd circle on a fax which ones he wanted and send back. And then we'd post them to him, and 2 or 3 weeks later he'd get them.
So you guys have a store here?
We don't have a store, we do it all mail order. We used to have a massive track and a shop there. But during lockdown, we closed that because we couldn't do I used to do birthday parties.
All right.
Very into doing
Those are horrible.
Those
are horrible. Why do you do that?
I loved them.
There's always people who walk into the store. Oh, you do birthday parties? We just get out of here.
I loved birthday parties. So I got an 8-lane track, massive 8-lane track, and I used to do children's birthday parties, and I do loads of them back to back. I just loved it. But the building it was in, the rent's quite expensive. And we had 18 months where we couldn't do one. And the lease was up, and you're thinking, and what happened was, in lockdown, I got used to having time. I hadn't realised how often I was there until I didn't have to go anymore. So yeah, so we're just back doing mail order now. And then we do these. So we do this one, and we do the big slot car festival in there.
Okay, but back to 90-something, when Stephen was ordering via fax.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So you get the list from Hornby, and you say, look, that's what I have available.
Yeah, but we also second-hand stuff as well. We've always dealt in. We've always dealt in second-hand stuff because Mark's a modeller by heart. So Mark would always buy second-hand things and do them up and then fix them. And that's how Rust happened, that we do all the spare parts and we make those because it's Mark's desire to put things back. So it's a recycling, really. So we used to have deleted stuff as well that Stephen would buy.
Oh, okay.
And new stuff and Hornby
and then shipped to Australia for the crazy men's collection. Now he has a garage in California full of literally wrapped in slot cars. All sort of stuff. The same picture.
But there was another guy in Australia that I can't remember his name now, and his collection got burned, and it was really, really sad. He had a massive collection.
Okay.
So yeah, we've always had customers in Australia, and it's great because their summer and winter are opposite to ours. So when it goes quiet here, because all our people are on the beach, their season's the opposite of ours. So for us, it's ideal because when it's quiet in the UK because everyone's on holiday, in Australia it's winter.
Yes.
And they're buying stuff. So it's always worked really well for us to ship.
Yeah. So the big season for you over there is your low season here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've always shipped to Australia and to the States, obviously.
Yeah. And now you have you have a strike going on here.
Yeah, it's not good.
Not good, right? Like the British are very regulated about their protests. Like you're gonna do a strike on the Royal Mail
set days, yeah. It didn't used to be like when it was in the 70s, but it's not been like that recently. But yeah, it's very much, it's the time, isn't it? It's the money, and also I think the working practice within the Royal Mail, because it's a bit of a dinosaur, Royal Mail, because it's old-fashioned. And they're trying to bring it up to date, and so the staff, they want to be treated right, don't they? So.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, I'm hoping that they're going to catch up in between because they're not on strike again until Friday. So I hope they're going to work really hard this week.
They have dates for the strike.
Yeah, we know when they're going to go strike.
In Brazil, the strike is mine. They just fuck it. Let's just do it. No. They don't have the organized.
We know when they're going to be. So we know it's Friday. So it's okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the UK festival.
Right. Okay. We started in 11 years ago.
11 years ago. Okay.
Yeah, it was 11 years ago. And we were talking about the fact that it's a dying hobby, or we thought it might be.
Yeah.
Because we felt that scale electric, because scale electrics are hard, they used to be in every shop. Every toy shop in England had scale electric in the windows. And also, people used to have things called mail order catalogues. I don't know if you used to have mail order catalogues. But so if you didn't know what you wanted for Christmas, you could look through a catalogue of pictures and see these amazing things and choose what you wanted for Christmas.
Yeah, so it's a way to discover slot cars.
Yeah, yeah. So if you'd never heard of it before, you were going to see it and find about it and think, oh, I'll have one of those. Or you might see a TV advert. But a lot of it was you saw it in the shops. And as mail orders come online, there's less and less shops stocking the sets. They don't have mail order catalogues anymore like they used to. So yeah, that was the thought process, that we need to get it out there, that this is a hobby still and you can come and look at it and play with it and use it, and for children to know it exists, and that dads who played with it in the 70s and 80s can bring their children. So that was our thought process. And it was Roger who came up with the idea with Mark. They were talking and they were saying we could have a festival, we could call it a slot car festival.
Yes.
So we did it at Donington Museum, was the very first one.
Donington.
Okay.
But the museum is no longer there.
The racetrack is no longer there now, but this was 11 years ago. And Sean, the same year, had a similar thought process about we should have something where you get people together, and he did one at Brooklands. So we got together and we said, right, okay, we've both done these quite successful events, but they both rely quite a lot on the weather and being outside.
Yes.
So we said, let's...
And Brooklands is always bad.
Yeah. So we said, let's get together, let's do it somewhere. Where can we go? And we found this place.
Very cool.
And it's right in the middle of the country. And it's
air conditioned.
Fabulous. Fabulous facility.
How far you guys live from here?
2.5 hours.
Oh, okay. So it's not a local thing for you.
Yeah.
It's a trip too.
Yeah. So we found this. And so we've been coming here 10 years,
Yeah.
Obviously, we missed 2 because of COVID.
COVID, yeah, that's fine. Because it was in closed location and you cannot have it.
Yeah.
But Brooklands would be fine too, because we have that big James May stunt over there doing this electric track around it.
That was the same time. He did that at the day that the Brooklands was. So we were there and we watched it.
Ooh.
But we weren't happy with him really, because we as Mark and myself, scale models, we held the record with a guy in the Trafford Centre that was a model shop in the Trafford Centre.
So the record was yours.
The big shopping centre in Manchester. In the year 2000, we said we'll beat the record, we'll do the record. And so it was the year 2000, so we said we'll put down 2,000 pieces of track. Okay. And when we spoke to the Guinness World Book of Records, whatever they're called, they said it had to be a complete circuit, it had to be powered by one transformer, and the car had to be driven by one person.
How come one transformer can cover that long?
Well, this was our problem. So we got this massive transformer. We had to wait until the Trafford Centre closed, and then we put this track down in the Trafford Centre. We ran a competition, we had a little boy to race it, and then we had a megaphone. And as soon as we put the car on, it blew all the lights and everything because the power was so great, because we had to get... And we megaphoned to this child, slow, fast, slow. We walked with the car and he drove it around the circuit. And it was amazing. We did it. And it was in the book.
It was in the book?
It was in the book.
Oh, nice.
And then James May said he was doing it, and it wasn't continuous, was it? They were taking up track at one end to put it down at the other.
Oh, no, it's a fake Guinness Book record.
So it didn't go all the way around. It was a very long track. But it was run off batteries. That's how they powered it.
But they had cameras and they were on TV.
It was a great advert for Scale Electric, and it was at the Brooklands events. It was a great advert for the Brooklands.
Was Scale Electric trying to support this?
Yeah, I think Scale Electric provided the track, I think. And then they did that amazing. It was great on the telly because they did a spiral to get through one of the buildings that's in the way. Yes. They did that great spiral, and it was fabulous telly. But
but they broke a record in a fake way.
They broke our record.
Is it hard to break James May's record?
Yeah, I think it would be impossible to break his record.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay, maybe we can get the biggest dragster track.
Maybe something like that.
We can do that over there. The electric dreams. We can have this big,
really long dragster.
Straightaway, just a big dragster. We can do that.
Yeah, you could do that.
I didn't know that James May broke a record. Now I don't like James May anymore. I used to watch him, but now...
No, he's good. He makes good telly.
He's good. Yeah, plus he's been an advocate for slot cars for a long time. Not only that, but he's always...
Trains as well. He's into trains as well.
It's amazing how big the train market here is.
Oh, massive. A lot bigger than slot cars.
Yeah, because it's in your lives, right? You take in trains every day and you know names of trains and stuff like that in the station.
It goes over my head, but a lot of people do,
Much bigger than slot cars.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But to me, it's not as fun because they just go round and round, don't they? I know Scale Electric just goes round and round, but it's racing, it's excitement, it's pleasure, isn't it? Well, shunting trains.
Sounds like you've been involved. Sounds like you've been involved in slot cars for over 40 years now. Probably, right? Because your husband and
32 years we've been trading in slot cars. Yeah.
32
years.
And 11 years of the UK festival.
Yeah. Because Rachel is 30. And no, she's not. Don't say that out loud, Julie.
Okay, 22.
She's 29. But she's 30 next. And it was before we had Rachel that we set the business up.
So you're basing your trading on your daughter's age.
Mark went full time when we had Rachel, and he stayed at home with Rachel.
And you guys traded for so long. Do you guys have a good relationship with Hornby? Can you guys do stuff like that?
Yeah, great relationship. Yeah. Simon was here earlier today.
Yeah.
Did you
I
see
met him. I went to Margate once.
Yeah.
Last year, I went there. It's sad to see the whole.
It's sad, because
the whole factory.
We used to go when it was all making, and used to watch them doing the tampo printing and watch the pinions coming off and watch the. Yeah, it was great. So it is sad it's gone. But it's nice. There's trains if you're into trains. Did you see the trains?
Yeah. I saw the museum. And stuff like that.
Yeah. Because they've got real trains in the factory. Did you not see those?
No, I didn't see that.
Did you not see those?
No.
Yeah, they've got
I might have. You
would remember.
Yeah.
You would remember if you'd seen full-size trains.
I don't know. I've been to so many museums.
Anyway,
many stuff.
They've got real trains.
Why?
In the factory. Because the gentleman who bought the building collects real trains.
Oh, God, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he obviously liked the idea of putting his real trains in the Hornby
building.
Real
trains. That's a harsh collection. How can you find those?
I don't know.
How do you storage those?
I don't know. Well, they're in that building.
That's why they did it. Well, at least they give you a good use for the building because it's when Simon started to tell me about the history about the factory and how Margate is not a big city and they have like this bunch of workers going around.
I think it was really big when they lost the manufacturing there. Yeah. It's all made in China now.
Yeah.
Maybe moving to India, I think, some of it.
Some of it, right?
Yeah.
That's sad. So you guys have a good relationship,
Very good relationship,
I wish, how can I say that? I might be cut off, but I wish we have more proximity from Hornby, because I don't. The distributor back in America is not very close. Like
Who is the distributor?
It's Hornby America.
Oh, right, so it is Hornby.
But there is no promotion, there is no investment on promotion.
I think you find that though, don't you, with different brands in different places. It's like Carrera. At one point, when we did Donington, Carrera were amazing. And they provided us with a drag strip, and they provided us with loads of merchandise, flags and transfers, and bobble hats, loads of stuff. Really, really good merchandise. Really into the event. And that was when they had UK representation and UK reps going round.
Yeah.
Well, that's all stopped now. And last year in May, we didn't even have a Carrera represented here.
I didn't see
Well, previously the importer used to come and put a big circuit out and support the event, but now they don't. And I think it's because it's just done from Germany. And for them to come and support it is just a bigger thing. And so I think maybe the same thing with Hornby in America, isn't it? It's just
I never met nobody from Carrera from Carrera in Germany. I might meet them next January when I went to Nuremberg. No, last year the fair was canceled. But again, in America, I believe it's just like a warehouse that ships orders and gets it late and ships to us.
Well, that's what it is here now. That's exactly what it is here now. Yeah. We did actually have an importer before. So.
And we do have a problem over there because our orders are large, and they're in Georgia, the East Coast, and we're on the West Coast.
So it's not a lot of shipping.
It's a lot of shipping. They said by freight, so it takes like 7 to 10 days to have it, and the other stores get it easily because it's a small box by air.
Yes.
So we always like 1 week late, and it's horrible because.
And don't you think that's the thing that's changed with time, though? People didn't used to care if it took a while to get something. And now we live in an age where if you order it today, you want it tomorrow. I think Amazon's a lot to blame for that.
Yes.
And so people moan. I mean, I had somebody last week, they ordered something on Friday, and they rang me on Monday to say they'd not got it.
They've not got it? Oh, God.
Well, actually, you ordered it after I'd printed off. I only print my orders off once a day. And you'd actually ordered it after I'd done Friday's orders, so I've not printed it off yet, because today's only Monday.
Not even ship it.
Yeah, I've not even done it yet.
Yeah,
but that's the sort of mentality, because you order something on Amazon, and sometimes it comes the same day.
Can you imagine in America? In America, it's much worse.
Yeah,
because the volume is big, and we try to ship all the orders that we have every day.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you have Thanksgiving and Black Friday and stuff, we backed up. Like there's no.
And then you add in a Royal Mail strike when they've not taken any post for 2 days.
And the post house is closed sometimes. There is one Memorial Day, I think the post is closed. This is just like a handful of days that it's closed, and we got calls like, where is that ship?
Yeah, exactly.
It was closed. That's why.
But also, to me, it's really obvious that we've got a strike because it's all on the news. Yet people ring up and ask.
The organisers strike.
Yeah, they don't know it's on. People are oblivious to the fact that we've got a strike. Yeah. I haven't got my stuff. Well, there's been a strike.
Well, those are the same people who go to the tube without knowing they
strike.
Those are the same people.
The same people. Same
so
people.
There's no problem. So how do you feel about the market? Do you think the market's growing again, or do you think that 2010 was the golden years for the 1/32 scale cars?
No, I think it's still it's maybe because we had all fly and everything, didn't we? So there was lots of brands. And I think they attracted collectors. And I think at the time maybe Scalextric hadn't quite opened their eyes to the fact there were so many people collect it as well as race it, play with it. And I think they have now. So there's definitely 3 or 4 different markets. You've got the children with the sets and the playing with it and the birthday parties. And then you've got the people who are serious racers. Yeah. And then you've got the people who collect.
Who collect them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to define our clientele like that. But it's always when we get a new people coming in, getting a set or a couple of cars, or trying to race at home, or trying to join a club, we try to cherish those people because we want them to return and make there's a hobby. Yeah, that's
you want them. Well, that's exactly what the festival's all about, and that's why when you come in May, we have so many different tracks. We have big digital layouts, we have big analog layouts, we have Linko tracks, we have loads of different tracks, and we do competitions to get people going round. So it's a bit like golf.
Okay.
Where you have to go and get a score on every one. And then we have a leaderboard for who's getting the best
very
scores.
Nice.
And we have adults and children's scores.
I come in with a challenge now.
Yeah, you come to try. Yeah. Okay. But then also what we do on the Saturday. Do you need me? I can't read that from here.
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. Can you wait 5 minutes? Okay, just get it to print I do apologise. No. Get it to print a duplicate receipt. Switch it off and switch it back on again. She threw me a note, but I couldn't see it. Brain engaged, can't think what we're talking about now.
We're talking about the sets and the kids and the event in May that's going to be.
The event in May. So then I discovered, so I invented this thing, we invented this thing of this competition, let's go racing, and it was all great. And then I discovered that there's people like yourself who are really good at racing. Yeah. And well, they are. There's loads of people who come here who race, and they would come in and win all the prizes.
Oh, wow.
So on a Saturday, anybody can race, but on a Sunday, it's got to be a family race. So you've got to have
get out of here.
You've obviously got to have an adult and a child within your family.
Oh,
so that it's a family race, so that hopefully...
I need to rent a kid to be here.
You need to rent a kid.
Rent a kid.
But that way it sort of works better for the for the kids as well, so everybody gets to go. And we came up with last year with Scalextric Family Fun Day Sunday, which sort of flows. So we did lots more children-orientated thing on Sunday. Because basically that's what we need. We do need new people to buy the stuff. Because we've noticed, because going back to the fact we sell a lot of deleted stuff and renovated stuff. It used to be Mark's passion was the 1960s things, and then it's moved on, and now you find that things from the 1980s are really, really popular. Like today I've sold Rovers and I've sold TR7s, and it's because people of that ilk now are older and they're collecting their childhood. And if you think about it, people who were children in the 60s might no longer be really collecting anymore, and so I think it does come round. Yeah, what people want.
Yeah, if you see the new release from Scalextric, the Back to the Future versus the Knight Rider.
Yeah.
That's to bring people my age, like 40-something, who have kids now and they want to share the passion.
It's the thing. So that they finally got it. They're hooking on to that collector's market and they're realising people. But I think that's Simon in a way, because Simon is of that age, isn't he? But maybe younger.
Yeah, he's younger than me.
But he's of that
I'm 26.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
But what I'm saying is,
but you almost believe it.
Yeah, I did almost believe it.
Okay.
He is.
I think he's like 8 years younger than me.
Yeah, but he understands that people, because he is a collector, and I think that's fantastic for Scalextric because he is keen on the product. It isn't something that is his job. It is something he's really interested in.
Very, very interesting. Like I went there
he buys other manufacturers. He goes to motor racing events. You see him at things genuinely there for his own pleasure.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good to have
really good for the brand.
Such a good character for representing, because if you get the history of Scalextric, like not long ago, we see cars that were not very accurate.
Thinking,
they're not.
Why have you done that?
I know that Simon was thinking about the front wing of a Williams that was different than 1 year before.
Yeah.
And he's very detailed about that. Yeah. Which is something
well,
that
probably, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I remember seeing them at Goodwood, and they were just walking around and then taking pictures of cars they liked the look of. It was like not very scientific in how they decided what they were going to make at all.
There we go.
So I think it's come a long way.
If you go from brands like Fly, for example, they have like people researching and doing like replicas of the race.
That as well is what you realise with Fly cars. The ones that are real cars, all the ones that are genuine, you know, a 917 in a livery that raced, that is really popular still. Well, some car that was
like a fantasy liver
red
or something.
and they put a number on it and said it was limited edition. People don't want those.
Yes.
Yeah. People want the race car.
We're doing some yeah. Well, those are the collectors. Like if you have somebody walking into the store and just trying to find a flashy one, that might be sell. But I don't believe that Fly makes any of those fantasy livery anymore.
No, they don't. No,
they don't. It's just
they've learned, haven't they?
They've learned. Yeah. Same thing with slot.it. The only ones that are not.
Beautiful liveries, proper. They do some plain white ones, don't they, that you can livery up.
The white ones and the special edition ones that they have. Yeah. They used to have here for the.
Yeah, they used to do flip liveries for us, where they flip the livery, so the same.
So the colors, orange and blue, or something, right?
But not recently.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good. Yeah, I'm trying to understand. Like the reason that I come here is not only to enjoy your event, but trying to understand how we can bring this to America, because America is so spare, and we do have an event at Electric Dreams called the Swap Meet, and we have like a side alley to the store that we call the Electric Alley instead of gasoline alley.
Yes.
And we have it covered with fake grass. So we have those tents. That last year we have around 400 people, which is a lot for an event that is just starting. But we're trying to make this a yearly thing. We have a very concise racing group over there, like people who like, key racers. And then I try to connect with those people in Steven's club to like, look, this is important for us. This is important for the hobby. Even if you have like 5 cars to sell, just bring in. I'm going to give you a table where I don't charge anything. I don't charge your entrance. I don't charge for the tables. You just need to grow. It's grow the hobby. Yeah. And so that's exactly what happened here. We thought, what can we do? And over the years, we've done lots of different things. We've done like historic things where we had Scale Electric through the years, and we had a tin plate set out and a U-steer set out. And just every year we try and think of something different, so that people do want to keep coming back, different competitions, different things for people to do. But here at the British Museum, I think you're very, very well. You've done very well because it's a great location. It's fabulous. You have a big plus that you can visit the museum. Here you can see the real cars. You can see Jack Stewart's car right here. Yeah. But we have tried, like this Christmas event, we took it to Coventry, to the Transport Museum in Coventry. Okay. But that didn't really work because it's the one that has the buses. Yes. Okay. But in the centre, because it's in the centre of the city, parking is really difficult, and getting in and bus lanes and all that. So it felt like a good venue, but it wasn't as friendly as this, because that car park out there is massive. Yes. And in May we fill it, and we fill the top one too. So it's a really good venue. This is a very good venue. Better than that only if you do in Silverstone or something like that. I don't know, because Silverstone haven't got the corporate space that they might have. Yeah, they have the museum, haven't they? Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah. Well, Hornby are going to organise something at Silverstone next year. Okay. In October, I think. So watch that space. Yeah, that's a good space too. I've been there. I've been there to the museum. It's pretty. Like I think this is a great venue, but in a couple of years we might need to change to bring some new air, right? Is that on plans? I don't know, because coming here is, if you sort of look at a map of the UK, we're quite central here. Okay. And so nobody can say it's too far away. Well, the people do say it's too far away. Obviously not as far away as you. But, look at me. But some people, it's, if you draw a circle round here, 2 hours, you get an awful lot of people. Oh yeah. From here, you hit London in 2 hours. Yeah. 1 hour and a half in the train. Yeah. But you hit Manchester. You hit a massive proportion of the UK here. Which is why we chose it in the first place. Very, very nice location. Yeah. Who are the organizers? Who are the people who organize the Slot Festival? The Slot Festival. You and your husband? Yeah, Mark and myself, which is Scale Models. Pendle Slot Racing, which is Sean. And Roger, which is A1 Slot Racing, Roger Barker Slot. Roger Barker. Yeah, Roger Barker. Okay. And the plans for next year is to bring more manufacturers? Yeah, more manufacturers. Yeah, they've changed the venue slightly in the fact that the rooms at the end, they've knocked through. So we've got loads more space that we can use. So we're going to have rooms for the manufacturers. And
they're going to have facilities where they can take people and show them things. And
are you working on bringing those people? Are you doing any incentives to bring those people? Because I'd love to come here and see fly and see.
Sean's been speaking to them. The way we divide it, I deal with all the, I deal with Hornby, I deal with the museum, because I've got my job, and I deal with the marketing.
Okay.
So that's what scale models do. Mark does the plan.
Okay.
Roger deals with all the retailers, so he books all the retailers, and Sean is the one in charge of getting the manufacturers.
Okay, so I'm gonna bother Sean.
I deal with Hornby, but all the other manufacturers are Sean's babies.
It's
so
it's good.
He's working on it. I know he's working on it.
Yeah,
and we had some really positive people say things about it was better than Nuremberg. In May, they said they felt the buzz and the conversation and the people they met was better than Nuremberg for slot. And so we're hoping to work on that and say, well, let's get a few more rooms, let's get the facilities that you need to be able to do what you need to do and show you stuff off here. So that's what we're hoping for.
The only thing that might hurt is because you guys are doing this in May and Nuremberg is end of January and February, and people like to put this new stuff out over there.
Yeah, but they can bring it again, can't they?
I hope so. Yeah, I've been helping. Like I know that NSR supposed to have a big race, a 24-hour race, right on the same date that you guys have marked for May, and I kind of helped Sean to talk to Andrea to change dates.
You see,
and you both changed because your May was on the top of the Indy 500 and the Monaco GP.
They do change slightly because of last year, because of the what did we have last year that changed it? Oh, the Queen's Jubilee.
Oh yeah.
The Queen's Jubilee. They moved the bank holiday. And so because they moved the bank holiday, we got offered the later weekend, so we went for that later weekend.
Yeah, which was Monaco and Indy.
Yeah, it was Monaco.
But now I kind of help Sean, and you guys. The first plan was to do again the Monaco GP, so you guys changed 1 week later, and then it hit the NSR race, and then we changed the NSR race, and then now 1 week before that we have a 24-hour race in Spain, the Scale Auto race, which Scale Auto I think should be here too.
Well, they should.
So basically, I help to organize from far away, but now I'm gonna be here the whole May. The whole May I'm gonna be here.
Come for May.
Yeah, I'm gonna rent an apartment. I'm gonna stay here.
Though. May's fabulous in the UK. It's beautiful. Spring in the UK is beautiful. Yes. It's a good time to be here. You'll be able to wear shorts. It'd be great.
So I'm gonna finally gonna wear shorts. I'm never gonna wear shorts here.
Will. No, I expect you to wear shorts. What was I going to say? Yeah, one of the years, when I was saying about we've done lots of different things, one of the first years we did the Slot Festival here, we had the Battle of the Manufacturers. And we got the manufacturers, it worked really well, so maybe we need to resurrect it. We got different manufacturers to provide cars to different clubs. So I think we had 6 manufacturers, because it was a 6-lane track. So we had
that's boring stuff. I thought it was like some sort of fist fight or something.
No, I know. It
that would be nicer.
No fist fighting. But it was 6 clubs. And they all got given the cars. So NSR, Scale Auto, Hornby, whatever. They all were nominated as slot club, and who provided the races, and they provided the cars, and then they all raced on the lanes so that we had an overall. I think it was NSR that won, but don't quote me on that because it's a while ago.
Julie, thank you very much. It's a blast to talk to you.
Really good to talk to you.
And I'm gonna put this episode very soon, and I'll be here next year, and I hope manufacturers watch this and see what they're missing, because they need to be here. They need to be represented here.
Yeah, they do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrew.